Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with Purple Luffy versus Smoker. I love Purple Luffy. I don't think I'm the best pilot, but he's so much fun to play, and honestly, Smoker is catching my attention. So we go first and we pass turn. Not too much we can do in hand, and the brand new search, I don't know if you guys saw, the brand new search was a major whiff. And my god, did that hurt. But we do top deck the Zoro Juro, so we swing 5 just to try and get some counter out of Smoker's hand. And then leader ability, we ramp, and we're going to drop that Zoro Juro. I know we have a Luffy Taro in hand, but yeah, I want to search. So we get a Kaido, Queen, what is his name? Sanji. Oh my gosh, Sanji, my beloved. And the Magellan, of course, really our only, and the zero cost, excuse me, the only thing we could grab is the zero cost or the Sanji. I opt to grab the Sanji because we have a zero cost in our hand already. And I was tempted to grab the zero cost just because I know this deck bricks hard. But Sanji, not only a 2k, but a blocker, pretty solid thing, so. We go ahead and pass turn, and my opponent going ahead using leader ability, giving a -1 to Zoro, and wow, look at that, we've got these nice little tokens, and then, yeah, Kobe comes out and KOs Zoro, but hey, I finally got to use my little tokens. I bought them weeks ago, months ago, and just haven't really gotten to show them off. They're very useful, and I bought them because I thought they'd show up well on video, and I was right, look at me. So we now have no board, but we're at a good amount of Dawn, so at least there's that. And while my opponent doesn't really have too much on board, he's still got characters on board. So we get to 6 Dawn, we swing, he takes, and we drop Magellan. Magellan is in this deck to mess up Blacken. I'll tell you, Magellan, I'm going to throw off your Gecko curve. I am going to mess up every single play you might have as a, Smoker, Lucci. I don't even think Gecko's still around. But yeah, I love Magellan. He's in the deck just for that. But the Sabo comes down. I thought that was the Tashigi. Sabo comes down, pitching a Suru and a Rebecca, I believe. Swinging 5 at lead. I go ahead and give him the Queen. Seeing as I'm about to be on Luffy Taro turn, I don't want to give him the Sangoro. I want him to stay on. I want the Sangoro on board. I want to be able to keep getting that draw power. So we do swing 6 with Magellan just to start off, and we get the T-Bone out of hand, which, excellent. He's given us a lot of counters. We go ahead and swing 5, and he ends up taking that, and that's perfect for me. I'm absolutely okay with that. We drop 7. Minusing a Dawn, and we play the Sangoro passing turn. And when Sangoro can attack, we will be at 8 Dawn. So math is hard, but I mathed right, and there I am just redoing my math. So no need to ramp, and we are sitting honestly really pretty. We've got the zero cost, we've got Kaido, we've got two 2Ks, I believe. Like, we're sitting good. And ideally, he's not going to have much removal. Ideally, Magellan will have ruined his entire life. So he ends up leader abilitying to -1 to Sangoro, tapping his 4 and playing Tashigi, and making Sangoro a -5. And yeah, so I think he is mentioning, like, oh, I probably should have done that in the opposite order to get the Smoker buff, but hey, Sangoro is dead. RIP Sangoro, I miss him so much. But yeah, so we take the Kobe hit, getting the 2k in Franosuke, and we counter out with that 2k with our, we counter out of the Smoker hit. Oh my gosh, it's late and my brain just died a little bit. We do get the Law, which is nice, and I have a couple of options here. My options are I can ramp and 9-drop Kaido, popping something, or I can just kind of play it safe. And 9-drop Kaido is calling my name, dude. So we go ahead, we ramp, tapping 9 to drop 9 cost Kaido. And this way, my thought is, Sabo's not protected, so we're gonna go ahead and pop the Sabo, and we are gonna be very aggressive. We swing 5 into life, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going for life. If all of these hit, we can get game. If all of these don't hit, I think we're still sitting okay. I can pivot into swinging. Oh, it looks like I swung into Kobe, actually, which I actually am okay with that. Getting another 2k, totally fine with me. And here I'm trying to decide where I want to swing Magellan. I swing Magellan into life. I swing Luffy Taro into life. And I swing Kaido into life. And yep, there goes Smoker's life. And I still feel like we're sitting at a pretty good spot here. Granted, I think that he could probably power through. But we have a decent amount of counter in hand. And 2 life left, I think, if I counted right. These sleeves are, it's hard to see, but the layout will show you guys. I haven't done that yet. But yeah, my opponent going ahead, sorting out his Dawn. And this is quite the board to be staring down. If he doesn't do something about my board, I think he will lose on the clapback. Especially, oh my gosh, I just realized how many cards we had in hand. I knew we had a lot, but that is a lot of cards in hand. So yeah, we're sitting pretty good, I think, at this point, and hopefully I remember to stabilize this video because my leg is bouncing. I am a leg bouncer, guys. I cannot help it. I'm literally bouncing my leg right now as I am doing this commentary. But my opponent taking his time to think about this turn, because this turn is kind of a make or break, and depending on what we have and what he has, there's a chance he can stabilize. He has a lot of cards in hand. There's a chance that he can stabilize and almost retaliate in a way, especially because I am down to, 4 Dawn right now. That is a pretty scary place to be, honestly. So, yeah, I do think that swinging at the Kobe to try and get it off the board was a good idea, because then he had no counter to counter out of the face swings, it appeared. So he ends up tapping 1 to Ice Age the Kaido, and I'm like, you monster. Tapping 4 to play down another Tashigi, honestly, and I don't have a cost token that goes that small. He's a 0 cost now. Math is hard, but he is a 0 cost. So using Smoker ability to get the buff, which I think is a pretty nice buff, honestly, and then using Tashigi ability to trash Kaido, which is honestly is kind of insane. I love that for him, hate that for me, but I think depending on how this next turn goes, I think especially now I need to keep my board alive. I need to keep Luffy Taro alive. Yeah, I think, granted, I could probably get there with 2 swings, but I think that keeping my board alive is a better play. He has a couple of swings coming in. 7 from a Smoker into life, and I take it. There's an Uso Hachi right there. You love to see it. And the Sengoku, actually, I was really excited to see the Sengoku, because he trashes 2 and draws some cards. And I remember he was saying, I hope I get some cards in my, or some counter in my hand now. Definitely a rough time, I think, for my opponent. We draw for turn, Luffy Taro. I put my hand down. I know it's time to go for game here. And yeah, since there's no blockers, no nothing, I swing the 5, get a counter out of hand, and we swing the 8 here, expecting to go in with Luffy Taro, and that's it, man. So tough game for my opponent, but honestly, I always love playing my opponent. He's such a cool guy. Shout out to you, Zach. You're by far the best Zach that we have. No, we got a couple of Zachs. That's a joke. Anyway, I'll shut up now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.